Hello guys. This is, I think it's week three, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think it's week three. So, yes, as you know, I've started to stop. I haven't really posted any shorts. And I think that's mostly because the fact that right now I don't do anything in terms of my agency. So I have a program, as I said previously, in week two. However, I haven't actually edited the video of week two, so you may have not seen it. Well, you must have not seen it. So well, so since I have this program, right, I don't need to manually outreach to every account, every Instagram account, because that can be time consuming, especially the fact that I am going to school every day. Well, not every day, basically Monday to Friday. So I have this program, so I just keep my laptop turned on, and then I have this timer for when the laptop is out of battery, so it can automatically charge, and then the laptop will run this program that I've designed. As I said previously, in week two. Um, so it basically see a list of usernames in ACSV, and then for each Instagram account it will send a DM, basically like that. And then so what I need to do is just reply to people that are interested or that have replied to my initial message. And so I don't really know how much I've sent. Probably 500. And then I haven't responded uh to a few people, I believe. But one of my accomplishment, I think, that I've get is, I remember the exact date. It was on Monday, and so there is this one car detailing studio that are interested in my offer, but they are right now in contract with another agency, and then they are not satisfied with the service that the agency is getting for, or the service that the agency brings for them. So they we we chat a little, we had a little bit conversation, and then from that conversation, I know that the contract will end on December, so I'm going to follow up to them on December, and I'm fairly positive that uh, he's going to want to work with me because of the conversation I had with him, which is kind of personal. He told his story and everything. So yeah, I'm not going to say or tell the name of the business. So yeah, privacy. Sorry guys. Um, and so for the future, so next week my mom and my dad will be out to another city. So on Saturday and Sunday they will be out, so I can do anything that I want. My plan is actually to buy a number on Twilio for the US number, so that I can cold call people on Saturday and Sunday. Mm, so if you want to do the same, you want to also call people, I recommend you to just use Twilio. The US number is around $1.5 USD. And then the outbound is around 0.01, if I'm not mistaken. So it's pretty cheap. So the outbound is per minute. So it's around $0.01 if I'm not mistaken. Um, but the thing with Twilio is that they don't provide you with they're not like go high level, right? So Twilio is just to provide the number, and then you need to create your own program, or you can integrate your Twilio number with the softwares that are ready to use. But since I'm not, I'm from a third world country. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. So let's say we use Close CRM. The Close CRM already like provide us with a solo plan, which is $9 per month if you pay annually, but around $20 per month if you pay monthly. And I think that's pretty expensive for me. And then that's just for the CRM, right? You need to pay another $20 just to get the phone number. And I don't know about the rates for the outbound or inbound. I think it's already included, but I just don't think that it's worth it to spend $40 for something that I haven't know will that I don't know will work or not. So I'm going to buy that Twilio number on, I think it's Friday. Yeah, Friday. And then what I will do is so I've researched also from this Twilio. So there is something called as the JavaScript SDK. So you can just search it on Google. So just type Twilio JavaScript SDK, and then it's basically a place where you can, well, it's not a place, it's a program. It's a ready for you program, but it's just like a prototype. You can use that. You can download the program, and then use that to call from your Twilio number to your customer. Because the thing is, if you don't use the JavaScript SDK, the voice, so when you're dialing a customer, the voice, well, what I mean is that you cannot talk like this. So there is a preset audio that will be sent out to the customer when they accept your call. So I don't think that it's good. Yeah, it I cannot use that, right? We cannot use that if you want. So um so of course you need to use SDK, JavaScript SDK, which allows you to use your real voice, so it's real time. But there is a disadvantage, which is the SDK will uh, charge you more, because basically Twilio is managing two different connections, right? So from your SDK to Twilio, and then to the recipient of the call. But the SDK to Twilio will only the documentation on Twilio says that it's a flat small charge. So I don't think that it's really something that you need to worry about. And even if I've calculated the cost, and it's far more cheaper even when we use the SDK on Twilio rather than we use another provider. And then so that's cold call. I'm also going to scrape several leads on Google Maps, and then I think that, yeah, so I'm going to scrape some leads from Google Maps and then offer them either my marketing solution, my marketing service, or my web design. And then I've recently thought of also adding a product, another service, which is Google reviews, right? So yeah, my target is the US, and I know that many of you have probably heard of A2P 10DLC. That is also one of my consideration uh, when I was researching this US number. But A2P 10DLC is only for when you are messaging. So sending an SMS or sorry, whatever that is, you will need that uh, A2P 10DLC, and then you will for to register for that A2P 10DLC, you will need a valid business tax ID, if I'm not mistaken. So it's kind of complicated, and well, I don't think that I will be using any messaging or I will be sending any SMS. So if you're going to just call people using your US Twilio phone number, you will be fine without having to register A2P and DLC for your number. Um, and I think that another thing I want to do, so for my next plan is basically to start a content channel. Well, this is like a documentary, so I'm not going to post my my video on my documentary channel. I'm going to start a separate channel, so this will act as my second channel, and then the one that I'm going to make is going to be my main channel. So if you want, you can subscribe to that. I'll link that in the description if I have made one, or I'll link that in my next video. And what I will be talking is, I think I'll be talking about entrepreneurial journey, self improvement, or maybe SMMA, web design, reviews. I haven't really decided, so we'll see about that. And then I'm also thinking about starting. Uh, I'm also thinking about starting my LinkedIn accounts. I've started it in the past, but I've suspended my accounts. Because I don't think that my posts are valuable, because mostly they are AI generated, and I want to try something that's genuine. So yeah, that is my future plan. I don't know if I will be able to do it, because right now I'm grade 12 and I'm preparing to go to university, so there are a lot of things, a lot of documents I need to prepare. Um so yeah.